So now is the time to look at enviously all those pictures that your garden BFF posted and be like, hey girl, can I get a cutting of that?
Hi, welcome to Lilies and Tomatoes, your go-to place for simple and practical tips and tricks on how to start a garden all the way through how to use what you grow. This is from my live class that I teach on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Facebook. If you'd like to attend a live class or ask me a question, check out the link in the description.
Hello. Welcome back to my basement workshop. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that you need to do to start planning for your next year's garden right now. If we have not met yet, my name is Quincey Adams and I want to help you grow some of your own food in a small space on a budget. Oh, it's been a long day, guys. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is think about seeds. Are you growing from seeds? Did you grow from seeds last year? Did you save some of your own seeds? Are you thinking about buying seeds? So if you're going to be buying seeds from a big seed company or an online seed company, a lot of times they get their seeds for the next year in the fall and winter time. So like about now till like December, they're going to be starting to get their 2021 seeds in. So you want to make a list of what you want to grow for next year from seed and start checking their websites. If you've ordered anything from any kind of garden company, you're going to get on the list for all kinds of catalogs. Look through the catalogs, see if there's anything you want, and just make sure that you've got your list ready. If next year is anything like this year, then you're going to want to order your seeds as early as possible because they're going to end up selling out of a lot of things. So just think about that. So number 1, seeds. Number 2, plant starts. Are you going to grow from plant starts? Are you planning on just rolling up to a big box store and getting them? Are you planning on being more strategic about that? You're going to a nursery. Think about where you're going to be getting your plant starts if you're going to be growing from plant starts, so you make sure that you are able to get everything that you want and need. Also, check Facebook Marketplace because I've seen a lot of people selling their extra starts. I've actually bought starts from someone on Facebook and I was very happy with the way that worked out. So think about plant starts, what you're going to get, where you're going to get it from, make a plan, make a list. Number 3, trades. So now is the time to look at enviously all those pictures that your garden BFF posted and be like, hey girl, can I get a cutting of that? Hey girl, did you save any seeds from that? Just let your garden BFFs know that you want to make some trades and be ready with what you're going to trade. Not everyone's going to make you trade with them. Actually, I have found that a lot of people in the gardening community are very generous, but don't expect to be getting stuff for free. So just be generous with other people. They will be generous with you in general, but don't take advantage of that and don't expect to be getting a lot of free stuff just because you think someone's got extra, because you don't know what their situation is, and the extra you think they have may be something that they grew for their mother. So just think about that. Number 4, grocery gardening, which is my favorite thing to do over the winter time. So if you're thinking about growing something that you cannot buy a start for, or that it's cheaper to just buy groceries and grow from, start doing that. Think about what you're going to get now. I usually like to start mine in January or as close to like right after New Year's as possible. So if you're looking for a bunch of different kinds of sweet potatoes and you don't want to buy slips, go buy a sweet potato at the grocery store and put it in some water or put it in some dirt and grow your own slips. So you can do that with a lot of things. Any kind of, well, I don't want to say any kind, but most root vegetables you can do that with. I did that with some sugar cane 2 years ago. I'm probably going to do that again next year. So there's a lot of things that you can grow from groceries. So in particular, things that I usually do, sweet potatoes, ginger, garlic, and sometimes, well, I bought garlic this year, but and also turmeric. So just think about that. Get those ready in the late winter, early spring. So as soon as it's warm enough, you're ready to put them out there and they've already established roots because you got it started inside. So grocery gardening. Number 4. Number 5, cuttings and roots, either from your own garden, from your garden BFF, from the grocery store, anything. Just think about things that, particularly in your own garden, that you want to grow next year that you can propagate from cuttings or roots. So like we made fire cider the other day. That horseradish came from my garden. I literally stuck my hand in the pot and yanked a piece out right before the class. But so now I'm gonna split the rest of it and put it in 2 pots so I can grow more and grow bigger roots. But something like that, I want to make sure that I get it all set up before it gets too cold, so it'll keep on growing into next year. Other things like sweet potatoes. I bought sweet potato slips from Baker Creek 2 years ago. I didn't buy more slips. I just took cuttings from the ends of those plants, set them in water inside, and kept them inside over winter, and then put them out again this year. You can do that with like the sweet potato it might be yam. Sweet potato that I grew from the grocery store this year. Same thing. I will be taking cuttings before the first frost, bringing them inside, rooting them in water, so when it gets warm enough for them outside next year, they'll be ready to go. Once you have something like slips for sweet potatoes or horseradish root, you don't need to re-buy those every year. You can just keep on propagating it from cuttings and roots. So if you're gonna want to do that with something that you're growing in your own garden, make sure you make sure that you prepare for that early and you don't realize after the frost hit that you wanted to save something. So, and if it's frost hardy, then you don't have to worry about it. There's no rush. Like, I'll give you another example. I have, what are they called? Sunchokes in containers in my garden. Those are frost hardy and they actually taste better after the first frost. So I don't worry about harvesting those to bring them inside to save them for next year. I just leave some of them in the pot and then add more dirt to it next year. And they're good to go. So just take stock of what you've got. And anything that needs to be brought in for the winter time, make sure you go get your cuttings or your root pieces or whatever it is, or cut back the plant and bring the whole thing inside, and make sure that you're ready for next year. So those 5 things again are: 1, seeds. If you're going to buy seeds online or from a seed company, then start looking at their websites because their stock for 2021 is going to be coming in the next 2 months. So check that out. Check out the catalogs. Make a list of what you want. 2, plant starts. Make a plan for where you're going to be getting plant starts, looking for plant starts, and what you're going to be looking to buy. Don't wait till the last minute or just see what they have. That's a good way to end up with like 500 tomatoes and not enough cucumbers. Just write it down. Make a plan. 3, trades. Put your garden BFF on notice that you want to trade her with stuff or him now. Just let them know, like, hey girl, how'd your whatever go? Just have a conversation and be ready. So when spring comes or whenever you're going to do that trade, you've got your stuff ready for them. 4, grocery gardening. What are you getting from the grocery store that you're going to be growing in your garden? I definitely suggest you look into turmeric, ginger, sugarcane, sweet potatoes if you don't already have slips for those. Garlic if you haven't been able to find any seed garlic, tap it. Okay, and 5, cuttings and root. I think I'm about to get cut off. So cuttings and roots, what do you need to take a sample of and bring it inside for the winter so you have it ready for next year? Just think about those things, make a list, be prepared. Don't wait until the last minute to try to buy stuff because you might not have that opportunity. That's all for tonight. Have a good night. Bye.